What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Cheers to everyone. Hope everyone had a great weekend. It is Monday, February the 3rd, 2020. I guess I should start off by giving a big congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. They are world champions again. It has been a long time coming, not only for that team, and I don't mean that current team, but the franchise overall, as well as undoubtedly a future Hall of Fame coach in Andy Reid. I think that he would have been a first ballot, Hall of Fame coach with or without the Super Bowl. This just solidified his place in Canton, Ohio. He's one of the most talented coaches in the NFL because he is so old school and he knows the game so well, and he has the Bill Belichick approach and knows how to absolutely exploit a weakness of a team and hit them right in the mouth and where it hurts. And he also has come to the analytics side of things, knowing that it is important, knowing that if merged correctly, it's very beneficial. And he's one of the few coaches that can bring that new school and old school approach to the game and be successful at it. So congratulations to Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, everybody, the entire city of Kansas City, and the entire state of Missouri. Just congratulations, well deserved. It was a very good Super Bowl to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed it. That was my 9th out of my last 10 Super Bowl predictions that I've hit. Obviously, I haven't been public, doing this for 10 years, but Super Bowls are always one of those really fun days. So let's get into a recap of what we had yesterday, being that it was Super Bowl Sunday. Obviously, there wasn't a ton of sports going on outside of that, and I guess I should go ahead and let everyone know it is 8:15 Monday morning, and as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go grab some things together, and then I'm headed to the airport. As I was stated last week, that I was going to a meeting, kind of hot stove event with a lot of the front office people from the Red Sox organization and even pieces of their minor league organizations, single, double, and AAA affiliates, and even some of their rookie ball affiliates. So I'm headed up that way to do that. That event is tonight. And then I am actually coming back fairly early in the morning is when I leave out. It's only about a 2.5 hour flight. So if everything works out perfectly and I get no delays, nothing changes with the flight, no inclement weather, no anything of the sort, it leaves on time and lands on time, then I should get back to either here or my office in time to go live right at our normal 11 a.m. time, which I'm going to shoot for because obviously we need to do our Tuesday show so we can go over my updated top 25 list for college basketball, which I do have everything right here. All 353 teams, we do have some changes there, so I'm excited to let you guys in on that. But anyway, so yesterday, there wasn't a ton going on in the sports world. Obviously, there was some NBA action, a little bit of college basketball action, and then a few NHL games. So I went through, studied for a good portion of Saturday night, and then got up Sunday morning. Actually went to the office and did some things. And truth be told, I had 4 games circled that I liked. I guess in hindsight, I wish I would have released all 4 of them because all of them won, but only 2 truly made the cut. So we had 1 premium college basketball play and 1 premium NHL game. Both of them were underdog plays. In college basketball, we had St. Peter's at home against Siena. St. Peter's was catching a 1.5. Usually with home dogs, I prefer to play the money line to get the plus money, but it was only plus $1.10. There was zero value there. I would have rather laid the $1.10 like I did and was able to get a 1.5 just in the off chance, a last second shot or something like that could have saved us. So that was a winner there. St. Peter's won outright, 85-80. So a nice easy win there. And then we have 1 play in the NHL as an underdog play. It was the Columbus Blue Jackets on the road. They were money line was plus 115. They were a small dog. They took care of business against Montreal. That was actually my favorite play of the day. So a 2-0 sweep on the premium card. And then we get into our very big Super Bowl card that we had, which everybody's been asking me to do a recap on that. I didn't really feel like I needed to because most of you probably follow me on Twitter, so you kind of saw me on there last night. But we had the Super Bowl card itself was my Super Bowl top play, as well as all of the prop bets that I had involving the game itself. So that's what came with that Super Bowl package that you purchased. Again, congrats to everyone that jumped on that. That seemed to be a really big hit. People enjoyed that this year. So the top play was Kansas City. At the time I released this card, which was a week ago today, Kansas City was laying 1. Money line was -125. The over-under was 54. And so those were the current lines at that time. Obviously, I put that on there and did a decent-sized write-up, smaller than what I normally do, but it was really pretty cut and dry as to why I was taking Kansas City over San Francisco. The reasons were all valid. They were justified, and a lot of them came true. I had a lot of people disagree with me on it. Excuse me. I even have one of my really good clients. As soon as I released this and he saw it, because he's an All Access member, he was like, God, I wish you weren't taking this, because I'm thinking the same, the opposite. So the play was Kansas City on the money line -125. That was our top play. So that way all they had to do was win outright. And he was on San Francisco. And I'll be honest with you, out of everybody that bought the package, I would say 65% of them sent me an email stating that they don't like the play. They like San Francisco and would give me odd reasons why. Not so much the client I was talking about. He actually had some valid reasons. But then I combated those reasons with other reasons, and obviously we know the outcome of it now. And then I would say I probably got a dozen or so email from All Access clients saying that they liked San Francisco too. I did get a handful of them saying that they really liked Kansas City, but I wasn't going to change it. I said, it's up to you guys. I said, this is the Super Bowl. I said, this is what everybody looks forward to. I said, this shouldn't be your biggest betting day of the year, but it should be something that you look forward to. People that have been with me all NFL season long, I tell them at the very end of it, we obviously we rate the play just like we would anything else, but then we take a percentage of our profits for the year and tack it on to that, and then use the remainder for the prop bets. So that way you can have a lot of action on it, but don't risk your overall profit. So great game. Again, congratulations to them. Nice big top play win there. Another Super Bowl winner for us. And I just got to say that some people don't agree with me, but Shanahan is not a very good play caller. He calls good plays, but he was coaching scared last night. He was coaching scared. Jimmy G, I've given him credit where it's due, but he's an average quarterback. I'm sorry. He's not Patrick Mahomes. Hell, he's not Lamar Jackson. He's nowhere near, I know Bill Belichick loved him, and he thought that he was going to be the next heir to the throne of Tom Brady, but I'm sorry. It's one thing to lose a Super Bowl because Brady's done it, but you've never seen Brady go out there and play scared in any way, shape, or form, regular season, postseason, or preseason. And Jimmy G did that. But Shanahan last night, everybody talks about why did you throw on a 2nd and 5? Why did you throw on a 2nd and 5? That really wasn't what I was mad about, because the play action that he threw earlier in the game was their biggest and best play of the entire game. Not only that, just a drive before that, or maybe it was 2 drives before that, that exact same type of play action was very successful for them. So I don't hate the play call, but when you were up by 10 and you had a cushion and you had some, you were comfortable, you had an overwhelming advantage. I think the ESPN's BPI rating was like 96.7% chance that San Francisco was going to win the game. You're in the fourth quarter, 11:27 to go. You're up by 10, and you know that you're going to get a possession back after the Chiefs do whatever it is they're going to do. So Shanahan obviously had to know that Patrick Mahomes was going to go out there and play hurry up. They were going to ramp the pace up, and he knew that Andy Reid was going to call good plays, and he was going to cram it down their throat. And by the way, that offensive coordinator for Kansas City, He is phenomenal, incredible. If he does not have a head coaching job in the NFL going into next season, I'm boycotting the NFL, and it will prove that they are a racist organization, because that man is unfreaking believable as an offensive coordinator, and he'd make a great head coach. So anyway, they go out there, they play hurry up. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes has a couple of iffy plays, but then he connects to that huge play downfield. They get, in position. They score 7. So now they go. And what kills me is at that time, they have, 6 minutes? I don't know how much time was left at that point. But either way, San Francisco's got it back. You should have run the ball, no question. Maybe, if you want to start off first down with a play action or something because it's been working, maybe go for it. But wait for third down. Burn as much time as you can, because at that point, burning time is just as good as scoring points because you're up. So now that you're only up by 3, they don't try to burn any time. They play normal pace football. They slow nothing down, and they don't do what has gotten them to this point all year, and that's running the ball. It's been their defense and running the ball. Jimmy G hasn't done anything but hand the ball off very, very well. Average quarterback. He's good at handing the ball off. Anybody could do that. You could train anybody in the NFL to do that. Let's see your arm strength a little bit and say that you can do it in big-time situations, because he hadn't proved nothing to me. So, of course, they don't do that. Bad play calling, and then, the stud that is Patrick Mahomes and the greatness that is Andy Reid, they go out there, they connect with Sammy Watkins, they get downfield, and they score again. Now they're up by 4. So now it's up to Jimmy G. There's not enough time left for you to just start burning clock and running the ball. Now you're forced to leave it in Jimmy G's hands. What happens? Shanahan chokes, terrible play calling. Jimmy G does nothing but fail. And, I hate it for the guy. I think he'll be a good quarterback. But if I ever hear him get compared to Tom Brady again, my head's going to explode. I don't even want to hear Patrick Mahomes be compared to Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that. Kid's 2 years in as a starter, but he's got a Super Bowl, and he's damn talented. If he stays healthy, I think that we're looking at another one of the elite amongst all-time quarterbacks. So congrats to him. Let's do a rundown of the prop plays that we had involving that game, so that way people can see kind of what we played, and then we'll get you on a free play. Anyway, that was just my little rant about the Super Bowl. So thanks for coming, Niners. Enjoyed it. Kansas City deserved it. They most certainly deserved it. All right, so the first prop bet. There was a prop bet out there that said it was a yes or no prop bet. It said, will the game be tied after the starting 0-0 score? No, because actually that's, I went back and really looked at the history of it. It's actually not very common. Not very common especially when you have two teams that are polar opposites in the way they run their offense. You have one that's one of the best defense, the second best defense in the league. You have one that's like 24th in pass rush or in rushing defense. And the best rushing team in the NFL is most certainly the San Francisco 49ers. And offensively, the Chiefs were in the top 3. I would say that, offensively, as far as throwing the ball, I'd give it to them before I'd give it to Baltimore, honestly. So they were the best. It was two polar opposites, and so it was actually very, very unlikely statistically for it to be tied after it was 0-0. No would have you'd have been laying $1.85. Yes is plus $1.30. We took yes, and obviously it was tied 10-10 going into the half, so we cashed that one. The total number of players having a passing attempt is kind of iffy at this point because Deebo Samuel had 2 trick plays that he was involved in. One where he was going to pass the ball, but nobody got open. It was a botched play, so he ran it and actually got positive yardage off of it. But Deebo Samuel threw the ball last night. Now, what's weird is I placed that bet in 2 different locations, one with a local guy and one on 5 dimes. 5 dimes counted it as a loss. My local guy counted it as a win. He was like, Deebo threw the ball. That's a passing attempt. It was the total number of players to have a passing attempt. It was an over-under bet, and it was set at 2.5. I took over 2.5 at plus 120. You may or may not have lost it. I don't know if maybe they called it a dead play and didn't count it as a play, but even if it's a failed play, but he throws that ball, that's a play. fail or no fail. So that one's up to, I guess, interpretation of your book. So hopefully you want it. If not, no big deal. So we're 1-1 right there in the props. Then we get into some of the big, well, I get into the other, loss that we had. We had the coin toss, which I told everybody on video, I always play the coin toss. This is not for serious money. It is a true 50-50 coin flip. It is a true coin flip. So if you are laying serious money on the coin toss, you're an idiot. Tails is always the most, what wins, it seems like 90% of the time. So it's like I told some of my clients who asked me, because heads was $1.05, tails was $1.25. I said, if you want to bet heads now, you can, because that was going to be our pick. But my recommendation would be to wait till about 10 minutes before they flip that coin. And sure as the world, heads would be at plus money. And it was. So I released it as heads minus 105, but I actually played heads at plus 140 last night, but either way it was tails. So the other prop bets that we had, will any of the Chiefs, this was a Chiefs prop bet. It says, will any punt by it was another yes no, will any punt by the Kansas City Chiefs be a touchback, yes or no? Yes was plus 285, no was minus 325. We took yes, plus 285, cash is there. Will Patrick Mahomes score a touchdown himself? So, yeah, well, will he get a touchdown? We had yes at plus 400. It cashes. It was the first Chiefs score of the night. Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, plus 110 when we released it. Another big winner there. Overtime, yes, no. We said no, there will not be any overtime. That was the most chalky one of the night at minus $1.70, but obviously it cashed. So it was a great day. Great prop bets. Cashing most of them. Huge plus money with a big top play on the Kansas City Chiefs to round out the night, and then the two premiums to start out the day. So it was a great, great day overall. Again, congrats to everyone that was on board, and thank you so much for being a part of another, not only NFL season as it comes to a close, but football season overall with us. It was most certainly profitable. All right, sorry for the long video, but we had to do that. And again, congrats to everyone that jumped on the huge promos that I ran yesterday. I screwed up and did something. The baseball one's already gone. I already told everybody that wasn't coming back. I've probably gotten a dozen emails overnight. People saying they screwed up and didn't go get it. What can I do for them? As I said, I am not discounting MLB anymore. I gave one final shot. So congrats to the people that took advantage. But the triple header that I had for $500 to get the rest of NHL, NBA, and NCAA for $500 is still up there. That'll be up there until 8 o'clock tonight, I believe, is when he's going to pull it down. And then the singular sports, either one of those for $300 is up there as well as the 1-year all access for $3,000 instead of $4,000. So all that's up there. If you want just a 1-week pass, we do 3 days for $50, 7 days for $99, or the cheapest in the industry, 1 month at $299. Today, the special that we're going to run is buy a 7-day pass, get an 8th day for free. It is only on the 7-day pass, though. So take advantage of that. That goes until midnight tonight. All right, let's get on a couple of free plays. Let's go to the NBA. Two teams going in opposite directions. The Sacramento Kings are kind of on an uptick, not by an extreme margin, but, obviously, they beat the Lakers, or not the Lakers, they beat the Clippers. And then, so they're doing a lot better than they were. The Minnesota Timberwolves have been plagued by injury. I think they've dropped like 11 games out of their last 14? It's unbelievable. Their defense is down at the absolute worst in the NBA over the past 3, maybe 4 weeks. Plus on the road, it's even worse. Like, it's visibly worse, not only by the eye, but, looking at it statistically. So tonight, and two teams that I most certainly have backed the Kings plenty of times this year, and we've made money off of the Kings, or the Timberwolves, excuse me, and I am not a fan of backing the Kings. I think this will only be the 4th time all year we have taken the Kings as a favorite. But tonight, injury-wise, the Kings, that gives them a little bit of an upper hand. Obviously, home court, and just the way that the Minnesota is playing defensively on the road is just something I can't overlook. So right now, Sacramento's laying 1.5, but you can get the money line at minus 120. That's what I'm going to go with. Sacramento Kings minus 120. That is your free play for NBA. A game that I want you to look at, this will be more of a lean than anything else. I will have some money on it. I just don't know if it'll make the premium cut yet. I'm going to take North Carolina plus 9.5 tonight against Florida State. Again, is Florida State the better team? Right now, yes, and I have been an advocate for Florida State this entire basketball season. They are a great team. They are a true top 15 team, but the problem with them is that they are so fast. That's how they have the overwhelming home advantage a lot of the time. They get that momentum going. That speed just kills other teams. So that's why. Now, here's the thing. North Carolina is just as fast home or away. Whether they're successful in scoring defensively, whether they're good, that's been the question all year. Cole Anthony, obviously he scored most of his points from the foul line the other night, and he was rusty to be expected, and I think that his guys were putting the ball in his hands too many times, thinking that he was just going to go light it up after he sat out for 11 games. I think tonight he's going to come back, make a statement, show why he's still the best point guard in college basketball, and I think the speed of North Carolina is going to keep them in it with Cole. And then obviously, as I've said over and over again, North Carolina has been, still is, and will be the best defending or the best rebounding team offensively and defensively in all of college basketball. They have been all season. They will be again tonight. So speed-wise, these are dead even teams. Rebounding-wise, offensively and defensively, North Carolina is well above Florida State. Right now, talent-wise, Florida State's got the advantage. But I think, speed being even like that, I think that, my line showed Florida State at -5. I'm going to take a chance at North Carolina plus 9.5. Maybe wait a little while. You may get it at plus 10. But either way, I'm going to take the points with North Carolina on the road, as I think that they'll out-rebound them, keep up with them speed-wise, and I do think that Cole Anthony will have a better game tonight from the floor, not just from the line. So there you go. Again, sorry for the long video, but there's you a free play in the NBA, free lean in NCAA basketball. We will have NHL tonight. Go hop on the triple header package for $500. Go hop on, either one of the sports by themselves if you want to for $300. Or the special for the day is buy a 7-day pass for 7-day pass for $100. Get the 8th day free. So you will get today's plays through next Monday. For the price of 7 days. Or if you buy late tonight, obviously it has to be before midnight Eastern time, we'll just start your service tomorrow. So up to you. Or if you want the 1-year all access, you are welcome to it for the $1,000 discount we've got running. Baseball has gone back up in price, and it will not be coming back down. Baseball's here, everybody. I'm going to that meeting tonight, as I said, and pitchers and catchers report in just a couple of weeks, and I just absolutely cannot wait. So again, thanks for hanging out with me. Had to do those those recaps and everything, and I wanted to give my thoughts on the Super Bowl. I will be live hopefully tomorrow at 11 a.m. If not, I will be back on Wednesday. Plays will be coming out this afternoon, probably around 4 o'clock, which will be about the time this video comes out. So good luck, everybody. I will check emails as I get time. My assistant's going to be checking them throughout the day, and then once I get through with everything tonight, if there's things that I need to go back and answer, I will do so. Love you guys. Thank you for a great football season. Now let's get ready for the most important time of the year, and that is rounding out basketball and hockey and getting started with the best time of the year, baseball. See you guys.